Did you see the clip? I didn't watch the full interview. I watched most of it though. Woody McClain was on Cam Newton's podcast recently. You saw it?
I saw the clip.
There was a clip that going around. I thought it was interesting. But yeah, so he was recently on Cam Newton's podcast, and Woody McClain is best known for his roles as Bobby Brown in the New Edition story. He's known to be Kane Tejada on the Power Ghost series. He before he was really into his acting bag, he was famous on social media doing like different comedy skits and all that stuff. He's funny. But he was on Cam Newton's podcast discussing how he doesn't want to be typecasted. So I'm gonna play the clip right here now.
When my first acting class I took in LA, they had this exercise where it's the first day of class and you have all these actors in there. And then she sit a chair in the front of the room, boom. And she said, all right, you come here. Sit right here. This is me. I'm sitting in the chair. Back towards the whole crowd. All right, y'all. I want y'all to tell this guy what y'all see him as. So I'm sitting in the chair. Everybody's saying, bad boy, the thug, the killer. I'm hearing this stuff. They don't know me. I'm hearing this stuff. And she's like, all right, stop. She's like, all right, turn around, introduce yourself. So I turn around, I'm like,
which one of y'all?
Yeah. I'm like, Woody, nice to meet y'all. Everybody's laughing. Turn back around. All right, what y'all see him as? Oh, he's the nice guy. He's the sweet guy. He's the da-da-da-da. But that moment made me realize people judge you before you even talk, before you even say something. You know what I mean? So before I was just picking any kind of role because I just wanted to act. But now moving forward in my career, it's like I want to be very strategic of what I pick because I don't want everybody to keep perceiving me as this bad person because
he's about to break down in tears and he ends up getting up and walking out. Yeah, he's talking about how he doesn't want to be
nobody to put me in a.
He talks about how he doesn't want to be typecasted as like the bad boy, because he refers to back in his college days, he got into some legal trouble. He was into some legal stuff, got into some legal trouble, and he didn't want to go down that path. So I guess when he was in that acting class, it kind of triggered him a bit when he got typecasted straight off the bat in his class, like, oh, the bad guy, the bad boy, the killer, the whatever. That kind of offended him. Because he was saying, in that interview, he was saying, like, people judge you before you even say anything. Right, and he says that he wants to be a role model because he recently became a new dad. He has twin daughters, and he was saying, like, he doesn't want to look that way with his twin daughters. Mm-hmm. So I think maybe right now Woody is probably in a season where he's trying to figure his career out. I think that maybe he's because I'm like, I haven't seen him in anything other than Power lately because because like a lot of these guys, they're still working and doing other things. I'm like, Woody's so talented. Like, why is he not like in other stuff going on? And maybe, I don't know for sure, but maybe he's getting offered roles that are too similar to Kane Tejada. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because even though he played Bobby Brown is a bad boy. He was the bad boy of New Edition. You know what I mean? Like so he was saying so maybe I think that he's in a season where he's trying to reroute his career and get other roles, I guess, because the roles that he's probably getting offered is Kane Tejada type roles. Right. I think Woody McClain is very talented. Like I said, he started off as an Instagram comedian, like doing skits and stuff. He's funny. He has a good sense of humor. And I think that he's very talented when he plays people like Kane Tejada. I think that, he's in his mind state right now. This is his career. This is his mind state. He just had kids, so people change, and he's in his head when it comes to that. But I don't think that, in my opinion, I don't think that he should think of it as a typecast. I feel like he's very talented. How many times has Denzel Washington played the same kind of guy in different movies? I mean, Denzel has a range. Right. He has a great range. He's one of the greatest actors. Like, he has a range. But how many times has Denzel Washington played the kind of guy that he was in Training? Like, how many times has he played the kind of guy that robs a bank for or a hard ass or how many times has Denzel played a similar person? You would say a lot, or would you say a little? What would you? A little. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't. He plays
different, like all different vibes. Like all
I think that he has range. I think that he does, but I think that there's a little bit of you don't think it's a little bit of
Which ones are
okay? That's interesting.
Which ones are similar to you?
Okay.
Which ones are similar?
I mean,
like look at his overall catalog.
He played Malcolm X, but then he also played in Antoine Fisher. Those are both biopics. Those are both historic biopics. He shit. Because I feel like how many times has he played a detective in some shit? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Like I just feel like.
Okay.
He has rank. He's Denzel. He has no. Don't get it twisted. I'm not playing with Mr. Washington. I'm just saying. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not talking. Let me make sure I'm not. I mean, he played in Training Day,
right?
But then he played the Equalizer. Even though Equalizer, he's the good guy in the Equalizer, but he's still playing an act. Like he played in American Gangster. He played in oh shit. Am I talking in my head? I'm looking at Denzel, that nigga. Hold on. Okay, no. He played he was in Training Day, but then he also played Two Guns with Mark Wahlberg. Okay.
But
he was a partner in Training. He was a partner in Listen. He's playing a cop though. Like he played shit. Oh, maybe that wasn't a good example.
You should have said
shit. Never mind. Ooh, I don't know. He got a catalog on him. My bad. That was a bad person to say.
Shit. Hey.
Okay. You know what? Because maybe okay. Because now that I think about it, like we haven't seen Damson Idris play any other Franklin Saint in anything else, and I'm sure that he doesn't want to play any other Franklin Saint. But I mean, shit. If he had, shit. Oof. I wonder, Damson Idris, would you ever play a drug dealer again? He probably wouldn't. I don't know. But Franklin Saint was iconic for him.
Yeah.
Damn. Maybe he has a point then. I don't know, but I just think that Woody McClain is very talented. He did a bang up job as Kane Tejada. Like he really sold that shit. And he did a great job with Bobby Brown.
Right.
I'm assuming maybe he's only getting offered that or something. I don't know, but I just think that like
it's part of the offer. It's definitely.
Let me just look at his catalog. Let me just see because I've only seen him in two things. So maybe let me see because maybe he doesn't have the catalog to sell himself in a certain way when it comes to people giving him offers. I see Power Ghost, New Edition, Bobby Brown, Oh, he was in The Harder They Fall with Jonathan Majors. He was in that. Let me see. Was he? Let me see. It says on his thing. Let me see the cast. Yeah, he was in that. Yeah, he was in that. I think he was a bad guy in that probably too.
See?
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't want to be typecasted as like the bad boy, right. The bad guy.
Right.
Ooh. I just think I don't want him to feel this way though because he's very talented. I almost want to suggest, like if I was on his team or I almost want to suggest, like you're getting offers, but pick the best offer and do it. And still build your catalog and then try to get build his catalog up more where he has like more main roles in what he's in and then try to still use that as leverage when you want to go for a dramatic role or something like that. I feel like he should still try to build his catalog instead of stopping and waiting for something else to pivot with. Right. And also I don't think that he should be too hard on himself because he's acting, he's playing pretend, he's acting. This is not who he is in real life. How many times have you seen Denzel Washington shoot and kill somebody in movies? He's not a murderer in real life.
So, no. Unless he just make his own movies.
That's expensive.
I know.
Yeah.
Write a script or something, at least. I'll get with some stuff.
I mean, what do you think about that? Now that I think about it, what do you think about that? I tried to use Denzel, but that didn't work.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about this?
That was a fail. But go ahead.
But nah, like probably just get with like some writers or somebody, get with directors, upcoming directors, like, you know what I'm saying? Like go to film school. That's with some of those people at film school and just like, I don't know.
Like you don't think that like what do you think so you think that he should go the school route or like the back behind the scenes route? You don't think that he should still try to get roles?
Definitely could try to get different get good roles as well, but do that within while that's happening. Like
so you don't think that like so do you agree with me when I say like he should still take on the roles, like those other roles,
but
like the roles that are similar to Kane Todd? You think he should still do that?
He can, but if he feel that way about it, like just like do some other shit.
Was Michael B. Jordan a better example to use? Because was he?
No.
Okay.
no, this nigga played twins in a boxer in like 3 years.
What the fuck? Like no, like what?
It's the antibiotics.
Right.
I don't fuck with you.
He's calling me a freaking schizo now, but this is before he called me a fucking turkey, by the way. Anyway.
But nah, that's definitely. I knew he was gonna say Michael B. Jordan. I was like, nah, don't say that.
Yeah, that was a bad one too. Like, what the fuck am I thinking? That was dumb too. Like, what he want? That's the thing, and I get it now. Like, damn, you see these niggas, and you like, nah, let me get because. Damson Idris, he played Franklin Saint. He left Franklin Saint where he was at, and he in a damn race car movie with Brad Pitt, and he was in Swarm, right. Blowing Chloe Bailey's back out, and then he's on his modeling shit right now too. He has like a high end jewelry line. Yeah, Damson is giving a lot right now. Yeah, I want to see him. I'm not really excited about that race car movie that he has coming up, but I want to see him in other stuff. I want to see him star. I kind of want to see Damson Idris pair up with Jordan Peele. Do something with him. Do a little something with him.
That'd be fine.
Yeah. Let me go on Woody McClain's Instagram page right now because sometimes you can tell sometimes when someone's in like a slight depression.